Hey everyone, my name is Larry Edwards. I'm a Muscle Farm athlete. We're going to do a quads workout today. I like to separate quads and hamstrings, but anytime we're doing any leg exercises, we're going to include calves. The goal of today's quad workout is to build muscle, high volume, high intensity, a lot of reps. My body seems to respond to it. You get a really good pump. I'm sure yours will too. This workout should take you about 60 minutes, maybe a little less. Let's jump right into it. First exercise we're gonna start with is leg extensions. We're gonna do 10 sets here. So we're gonna start off at 30 reps. We're gonna drop to 27 reps. We're gonna do 2 sets at 25 reps, 2 sets at 20 reps, 2 sets at 15 reps, 2 sets at 12 reps, and 1 set at 10 reps. Obviously, you're not gonna do a ton of weight doing this many reps. You really wanna get good contractions at the top of the movement. At the end of this, you should feel a lot of blood, a lot of pump in your quads. The next exercise we're gonna do is leg press with a narrow stance. We're gonna do 6 sets of 15 reps. One of the key points that I try to focus on is I want my heels at the bottom of the platform. However, I don't want my knees going over my toes. But by keeping your stance inside your shoulder width, you'll really get a really good contraction on your quads. One of the key points you want to keep in mind when doing this is you don't want to drop the weight down and kind of use your chest as a trampoline. Slow movement down and try to explode out on the way up. The next exercise we're moving on to is weighted walking lunges. So in doing the walking lunges, I don't focus as much on the reps. What I try to focus on is the distance and make sure that I walk 25 yards on my first set, 25 yards on my second set, then I'll go 20 yards, 20 yards. The last set, you'll go 15 yards, 15 yards. I like to do these with a barbell. You can do them with a dumbbell. You don't want to take too big of a lunge. Smaller is better. A couple of the tips that you want to pay attention to on your form: make sure you keep your chest up. You want to try to stop just before your knee hits the ground. You don't want to lean forward. You want to make sure that when you take your step, you kind of sit straight down, then step straight up, and then move forward. Next movement, I like to go back to leg extensions. This time we're doing 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. The first time I do leg extensions, the main focus is to pump up the quads and get them ready for the total quad day, get a lot of blood in them. This time I want to come back and use a heavier weight just to really get every muscle fiber that's left in the quads firing. So choose a heavier weight when we're doing leg extensions this time. So the next exercise we're doing, leg press, calf raise. I do 4 sets here, 12 to 15 reps. So when selecting the weight for your leg press calf raises, I really want to choose a weight that I can control. And if you're choosing a weight that's too heavy, oftentimes you won't be able to get that full stretch or that full contraction at the top. You really want to be able to get that weight all the way up on the balls of your feet, really move that weight forward, and then be able to control it and really let that weight stretch your calves at the bottom of the motion. Final exercise for the day is seated calf raises. The rep range here is 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps. I like to finish with seated calves because it works a different part of the calf muscle. We already attacked the calf muscle on leg press, got a lot of blood in them. This is another really great exercise for calves. A key point that you want to keep in mind when doing this, again, is slower is always better. You don't want to use too much weight where you're bouncing the weight. So all the way up at your toes, control that weight all the way down, and make sure you can get a good stretch at the bottom. If the weight's too heavy, you're not going to get a very good stretch at the bottom and you won't be able to get a full contraction at the top. At the end of this quad day, your quadriceps should be dead, your legs will probably be shaking a little bit, and you'll definitely feel the soreness for the next few days. I recommend doing quads once to twice a week. If it is a lagging body part, you definitely want to try to do it twice a week, but once a week with this much volume, you'll definitely get a response. Full breakdown for this workout is detailed here below at bodybuilding.com. If you have any questions about this workout, you can find me on Instagram at Larry Brad. For more free videos and articles from athletes like me, come back to bodybuilding.com. Click subscribe.